memento to Shobhaji, and a memento to Mr. Arjun Raj again. Yes, please take your seat. Before we actually begin the session of Mr. Arjun, I would like to request Mr. Sharmad Raiturkar, whom, as you know, is the member of the general body of the Entertainment Society of Goa, to say a few words as to how he conceptualized this session. Thank you.
खबर आसा सगळ्यांक 2004 इफी गोंयांत आयलो आनी खूब फाटी विचारता आसतना आमी एक हें म्हणटात की इफी येवन गोंयान भितर गोंयच्या फिल्म फ्रेटर्निटीक कितें फायदो जालो आनी खूब फाटी अशें म्हणटात की इफी आयिल्ल्यान गोंयान फिल्म कल्चर वाडपाक जाय खरेंच वाडलें काय कितें हो एक मोठो प्रश्न आमी स्वताक विचारतात फाटलीं कितलींशींच वर्सां शेवटी खंय जर फिल्म कल्चर वाडटलें आनी बरी फिल्म्स तयार जातली जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता 3 पावंडे आसतात शेवटचो जो तिसरो पावंडो आसा तो म्हणजे फिल्म एक्झिबिशन फिल्म दाखोवप जी कलाकृती तयार केली ती लोकां मुखार दाखोवप दुसरो पावंडो जो आसा दॅट इज फिल्म प्रोडक्शन कारण तयार केल्या शिवाय दाखयतले कितें सो तयार करपाक जाय तिसऱ्या पावंड्यार तें दाखोवपाक जाय पूण सगळ्यान फर्स्ट स्टेप जी आसा पयलो पावंडो जो आमी खूब फाटी निग्लेक्ट करतात ते म्हणजे फिल्म एज्युकेशन आमी खूब फाटी ना जाल्यार कितें करतात डायरेक्ट दुसऱ्या पावंड्यार उडी मारतात फिल्म प्रोडक्शन विदावट एज्युकेशन आनी ताका लागून मागीर एक एकदां खूब फाटी घुसपागोंदळ जाता आमी कितें करतात तें आमकां कळना लोकांकूय कळना आनी ताका लागून एक म्हाका दिसता एक ESG म्हणून एक प्रयत्न आमी ह्या फाटी मुद्दम सुरू केला दर फाटी इफीन मास्टर क्लासीस असतात बरे बरे मास्टर क्लासीस असतात पूण द मास्टर क्लासीस आर ओपन फॉर ऑल द डेलिगेट्स आनी इफीन खबर आसा हळूहळू मोर एंड मोर डेलिगेट्स आर गेटिंग रजिस्टर्ड खरेंच ते टिकेट्स कितले लोकांक मेळटात आनी स्पेशली आमचे गोंयकार कितले लोकांक मेळटात आनी कितले ते एटेंड करपाक पावतात आमकां खरेंच खबर ना आनी ताका लागून ह्या वर्साच्यान आमी एक मुद्दम एक अटेम्प्ट स्टार्ट केलो की गोंयच्या फिल्म मेकरा खातीर बडींग फिल्म मेकर जे ऑलरेडी थोडे जाण जे ऑलरेडी फिल्म मेकिंगान आसात जे स्टुडंट्स आसात जे फुडें फिल्म मेकिंगान वचपाक सोदतात अशा लोकांचे खातीर मास्टर क्लासीस जावपाक जाय आनी मास्टर क्लासीस म्हणटा आसतना अशे सब्जेक्टांचेर म्हणजे तातूंत भितर एक सब्जेक्ट जर तो जो आमी आज स्पेशली फर्स्ट डे घेतला तो म्हणजे आमकां खबर आसा की आमी गोंयान भितर फिल्म मेकिंगा खातीर एकाच गोश्टीचेर डिपेंड रावतात खूब वर्सां आनी ती गोश्ट खूब स्लो वता ती म्हणजे फिल्म करतले जाल्यार पयशांची गरज आसता आनी मागीर गोवन फिल्म फायनान्स स्किमाचेर आमी पूर्णता एंटायरली डिपेंड रावतात सो ताजे खातीर इतलेंच न्हय तर आज जग खंय पावलां बरो कंटेंट जर आसत जाल्यार तो प्रोडक्शना खातीर हाव टू पिच इट ऑर हाव टू प्लेस इट हाव टू प्रेजेंट इट हें तितलेंच इम्पॉर्टंट आसा की तुमचे कडेन बरो कंटेंट आसलोच म्हणून जायना तो लोकांच्या मुखार आनी जो पळय प्रोड्युसर आसा प्रोड्यूस करूंक सोदता ते मागीर OTT जावं किंवा खंयच्याय प्लॅटफॉर्म जावं कशें वचप मार्ग दाखोवपाक कोणी तरी जाय आसता आनी ताका लागून आज म्हाका दिसता खरेंच तांचे परस आनी आज शोभाजी इज विथ अस आनी शोभाजींचें इंट्रोडक्शन तांच्या सेशनाचे पयलीं जातलेंच आनी तुमी आयकतकीर खरेंच म्हणजे यू वील बी लायक बरें जालें आज आमी हांगा एटेंड केलें आनी ह्यो मास्टर क्लासीस आज आसा फाल्यांय बी फाल्यांचे आमचे स्पिकर ही इज ऑल्सो विथ अस श्री राजीव मेननजी तांचें नांव कोणें आयकुना अशें ना ही इज देर टुडे विथ अस ही बी टेकिंग मास्टर क्लास टुमोरो परवा परत चैतन्य तांभाणे हांचोय बी मास्टर क्लास आसा आनी लास्ट 26 तारखेक अमृता सुभाष हांचो मास्टर क्लास आसतलो सगळे दिसाचे मास्टर क्लास तुमी एटेंड करचे डिफरंट टॉपिकांचेर हें आसा आनी विचार असो आसा की लेट दीस बी एन एन्युअल इव्हेंट चड आनी चड मास्टर क्लासीस दर वर्सा इफीकूच न्हय तर मदल्या काळान सुद्दां आमी ऑर्गनायज करपाचो आमचो प्रयत्न आसतलो ताजो चड आनी चड बेनिफीट हो आमच्या गोवन फिल्म मेकरांनी घेवचो अशें तुमचे कडेन सगळ्यां कडेन हांव नमळायेचें मागणें करता
We all here together talking about two things that I love, books and films. And I think it's a subject which is becoming very popular in recent years because as we well know, the adaptation of books to screen is quite the hot subject right now. It's something that has been prevalent in the West for a very long time, but is only now starting to sort of take a hold in India. And what I'd like to do is, I'm sure you're all very accomplished and I'm sure you know a great deal about the subject already, but I'm just going to try to walk you through the little that I have been able to learn in, as it was mentioned in my bio, I'm a writer. We are chronically underpaid, egotistical people who love the sound of our own voices. So I'm going to talk for a while, and if you guys want to ask questions or if you have anything you disagree with, just feel free to put your hand up, and I will happily ignore you. On that happy note, could be. So I'm just going to walk you through a couple of very, very basic things. Yeah, so this, as I'm sure all of you know about, is called the hero's journey. I'm sorry, it's a terrible slide. But are you all familiar with the notion of the hero's journey? As Joseph Campbell essentially coined it, it's a very simple thing. Something like 92% of all films that have ever been made are about this round thing here. As a hero, you find yourself in a dilemma. There's a problem. You didn't know you had anything heroic about you. You're pulled into it. Because of that, you set out on a journey. Along the way, you acquire friends, allies, you learn something about yourself you didn't know. You face a crisis. You bridge the crisis. Inevitably, there's some sort of sacrifice. Once the sacrifice is complete, you may face another crisis or things are resolved and you come back, but sadly, your journey has changed you to the point where you're no longer happy with the life that you began with. In a nutshell, that's the hero's journey. If you think about any of the films that we love, any Lord of the Rings fans here? Oh, wonderful. So it is one giant hand in that. Any fans of Star Wars? Okay, great. Any Shakespeare fans? Okay, so one of the things that unites these three very diverse things is they are all forms of the hero's journey. Whether it's Hamlet, whether it's Luke Skywalker, whether it's Frodo from the Shire, it's essentially the same thing. Which brings us to our second slide. I'm sorry, I'm just going over this because this is all going to have a bearing once we start talking about the actual films themselves. So these are traditionally the 5 elements of a story. This is quite a nice slide actually. You've got character, setting, plot, conflict, and theme. I think you guys all know what that is, right? I don't need to explain to you. But just remember these 5 words. As we go along, we'll probably go through all of them. I might display some character, I might talk about the setting. Hopefully the plot will keep you guys entertained. Conflict, we try to avoid it in this session, save it up for Shobhas. It's about adapting for OTT, so there'll be a lot more conflict there. And the theme, of course, is to try and together blunder towards some form of knowledge which may help us grow as people and as filmmakers.